Charlie, the Flyers have given up 35 shots over the last 2 games combined against some really good fucking teams. Yeah. How is this defense doing it? It's held together with they're out of bubble gum. There's no duct tape to be found. It's just like a paper clip and whatever is left of Sanheim's name.
MacGyver that shit.
Yeah, and I mean, seriously, like Sanheim and York, the fact that they're doing what they're doing, given how banged up I suspect both of them are, is pretty wild, and I give them a lot of credit. Really what I think is going on here, though, and I'm not taking anything away from the other 2 defense pairings, they're hanging in. They're hanging in. Yeah. They're doing what they can do with their limitations in terms of experience or talent or both. But I do think a lot of this is team defense. This isn't just that like they have discovered these bottom 2 pairings are actually awesome. I think it's more that the forwards are doing a lot better at checking back, at Brian Paling said it after the game, staying above the puck. It just seems like, and this was, in my opinion, probably the biggest positive, if you want to say it, the biggest positive that came out of the Couturier scratching is it did seem to jolt the team as a whole into taking defense more seriously, because all week the defense has been better, and these past 2 games it's been legitimately really, really good. And that's, in my mind, not like it's easy to just say, oh well, it's the defensemen, because they're the guys who play defense. Everybody in hockey plays defense, and the forwards are doing a really good job of working in a cohesive 5-man unit and taking some of the heat off the defensemen, because hey, it's much easier to have a tight gap in the neutral zone if you're a defenseman if the forwards are back checking like crazy, putting pressure, behind them, because then it's easier for you to step up and try to break up an entry, because you got support coming back, furiously back checking the other way. It's the same thing in the defensive zone if teams got to go through layers in order to get shots through and whatnot. I think that the forwards and defensemen last week, and by I guess last week I mean like 2 weeks ago because it's a Sunday, but you know what I mean. When they were giving up 6 goals a game in 3 of 4 games, I just felt like the skaters looked disconnected. The gaps were wide, guys were blasting the zone, and then they were turned into to odd man plays down low, things like that. You're not seeing that anymore. Everything Boston and Florida got in these 2 games, they had to earn, unless Felix Sandstrom just gifted them away.
We all silly like the mayor.